Alright guys, back with another performance video. So here's the Jordan Fly Lockdown. It's a 2018 model. It's a good shoe. Alright, just without further ado, I'll just jump right into the review. So starting off with the traction. Sorry, I just took the shoe off. So alright, so it's basically just a bunch of spiral patterns and lines and herringbone. I was slipping at first. I had a lot of slippage. I wasn't sliding or anything, but about an inch or two maybe. When I'm doing lateral movements, I would, especially when I'm running and stuff like that, I would slide out just a little bit, not too much, but you know, just as you can see, the Adidas Pro Bounce will just stick, right? It won't slide, even with my even a quick testing, it's just gonna stick like that. But it still slides out a lot more than the Pro Bounce. So I guess it's a combination. Well, no, I think it's the rubber compound more so. I don't know why, but this one just sticks and this one doesn't. It still doesn't, but you know, after some breaking time, it does get a little better. At first it was just not the best. It wasn't bad. I wasn't like ice skating or anything like that, but I was with, you know, because you know, you're putting a lot of weight on, especially with your body when you're actually playing in the shoe with basketball shoes on. So it, you know, does apply more pressure to the ground, so you're getting a lot more friction out of that because your weight energy is transferred into kinetic energy, and then that kinetic energy is greater than the friction. So I guess, I don't know, I think it has a little bit to do with the surface, because I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually protruding out just a little bit, maybe like a millimeter. The surface isn't as even. It's dipping in right here, it's poking out right there. I think that's the zoom unit poking out a little bit. But if you look at the Pro Bounce, it's just even, it's flat, right? I think that has, you know, it increases the surface area, so it just makes it a better experience, whereas this one, you're actually a little unstable too. Just not unstable, but just a tad bit, a tiny bit, you know, wobbly and stuff like that. I don't know. It's not horrible. I'm gonna give this traction a B+. I mean, I was expecting, because I saw a Nightwing video and he said the traction was fantastic, and I was playing on dusty court, but you know, in my room there's like no dust whatsoever, and that, you know, still see, it's still sliding out, and whereas the Pro Bounce, you know, you could literally see the difference. So yeah, it was a disappointment, honestly, but it's not bad. So what I like, so I wouldn't use this for, I mean, I already used it, so I can't return it and stuff like that. So, but anyways, what I do like about this shoe though is the upper. It's this really tight mesh weave type of fuse type of thing. It's like they weaved a bunch of fuse fibers together. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's flexible, it's durable, it's a better material in terms of performance, I think, in comparison to this one, because I have wide feet. and this is more accommodating, where this one is more tight fitting. So when I'm playing a game or a serious game, I would definitely go with this shoe, because it's, you know, you have no movement whatsoever inside the shoe, but it gets dirty easily. So, and I don't think I can wash that stuff off either. So, because it's like mesh, the dirt like got in between the fibers and stuff like that. It's really hard to clean and stuff like that. But either way, it's a good shoe. But this is, the uppers are really, I see a lot of potential in this material. I think they can, you know, keep using this type of stuff, and because it feels just so nice on foot. It's flexible, it's durable. You don't have just don't have too much. You don't have any stretch whatsoever, actually. And you know, stretch, especially upon lateral movements, is a bad thing. And this stuff is just great in terms of materials. I would give it a solid A+. And alright, so moving on to cushion. I did have to break it in just a little bit to feel the zoom unit. At first, it wasn't as prominent as I would expect it to be, but it's there, and it's abundant. It's top loaded, and you could feel it definitely. You could definitely feel it, but you know, Zoom isn't my favorite cushion setup anymore. But it's like I feel at home. You know what I'm saying? It's like what I grew up using, and you know, Nike and Jordan basketball is pretty much all the basketball shoes that were out there when I started playing the game. So you know, if this is what, you know, is, it's like, it feels like home. This feels like, you know, mom's you know, cupcake, which isn't the best. Like, you would always find some better stuff out there and healthier stuff out there, but you know, it just feels like home nonetheless. So anyways, alright, there's this wing structure thing that, I don't know, it's a pull tab, and it's made out of this silicone rubber type of thing, or a synthetic fuse. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel plastic. It feels more like a rubber. And it's I mean, it gets the job done, but you know, I just think that's I don't know, I think it makes the shoe look a little ugly. I don't know, I don't like it, but anyways, it is what it is. And I mean, the tongues plush, the heels padded and stuff like that. I like that stuff, but I don't know. I think it fits just a little bit long in terms of length, and I have a wide foot too. So and I feel like this shoe fits just right for me, and I went true to size. So if you're not a wide footer like me, you might want to go half a size down. You might, because I just, as a wide footer, I feel like there's just a little bit of length, and I could actually put a finger in, so like I have just about that much space in the toe box. And I don't know, maybe it's a combination of the upper being so flexible and stuff like that. I feel there's just a little bit of space, just a little bit more than I expected to be, because you know, you need just a little bit, you know, maybe like half an inch, but I feel like I have a full inch left over in space. Yeah, but the heel, as you can see, there's this contoured area, and it's backed up by this padding material, so your heel really is locked in, especially when you tie up the laces really well. And I have no complaints about the lockdown, because I've, you know, even with that, you know, comfortable fitting, I had no heel slippage whatsoever. So yeah, my favorite part about the shoe is the upper, and then, you know, just you get your basic Phylon Zoom Air in the forefoot. I don't know if they have anything in the heel. I've never felt anything in the heel. but it's not bad. It's not dense. It feels dense a little bit in hand, but when you're playing around, it just feels stable, and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. Yeah. So, and the traction was disappointing. It wasn't horrible. I've had worse experiences, but you know, given the traction with herringbone and spiral patterns, I thought I'd be stopping on a dime, but which wasn't the case. And stability and fit was on par. Stability is good, but you know, I can definitely roll. The outrigger isn't perfect. You can still tip over fairly easily compared to this shoe right here, because you see how fat the outrigger is compared to this one right here. If you look at the ball of the foot, it's about half an inch or maybe a quarter of an inch of an outrigger compared to this one where it's just fat. You know, this entire section is your outrigger, and you have it in the heel, you have it in the at the ball of your foot, and yeah, have it in the forefoot. So you have basically the entire lateral section is an outrigger, whereas this one is you just have an outrigger right there, not at the forefoot, not at the heel. You just have one right there, so it does tip over. And with Zoom Air and combined with the midsole, you do sit higher off the ground compared to Bounce. So this is like my warm-up shoe. This is like, you know, or you know, just a you know, playing around game shoe. And this is my game shoe, go-to shoe. This one and the D Rose 7. I think Adidas is killing Nike and Jordan when it comes to performance. Yeah, well, but Jordan still look cool and stuff like that. I mean, they got MJ backing their logo up, literally. So I don't know. Well, I guess that's it for the performance review. It's not a bad shoe. I give it a solid B. This one I give it a solid A. And the D Rose 7 I give it like a 97A, and this one's like a 95A. Just because, you know, I'm a wide footer, and the mesh upper fits my foot better than the enforced textile material. But anyways, that's enough for the performance video, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and you know, God bless you guys. Thanks.